Good morning.
Good morning.
It's Saturday.
Saturday. You're a sleepy boy?
June 28th. I is very sleepy.
Yeah.
So we went to bed late, and after eating late, which of course my blood sugar loves.
I'm sorry. I was hungry.
I know. I tried to eat only a little, but it still look up like my number's supposed to be like 150 or lower, and it was 198. And I often struggle with it. Oh, is it going to be actually like 155 or whatever? It was quite a bit over.
Yeah.
Well, it was a weird schedule. We stayed up. We had fun with games. It was a fun evening.
It was. It was very good.
But we woke up this morning and she woke up very awake on her schedule. And I just have not managed to wake up yet. And it's wild because usually it's the other way around. But she made us breakfast. So he's having bacon and cinnamon rolls.
They
and
weren't moldy this time.
Yeah, I appreciate that when they're not moldy. Also, they haven't been sitting in there for weeks from you having a surgery when we were expecting to eat them. So,
yeah.
You know, that helps too.
Yeah.
So he's had some breakfast, and then of course she's gonna leave because she likes to go away.
I like to play D&D.
And so Beth headed off to go play D&D with some of her friends out of town. And I'm getting ready to not play D&D this time, but to do the prep work, set things up for a campaign of, at long last, Everyday Heroes. So it's kind of our session 0. But I had some time to kill, so I have worked a bit on doing some game prep for Monday's game of D&D. But then I did get things set up with Vorpal board, so that I guess the goal is to use that for the recording video. And then I have this computer set up over here with it as well, which would be Ryan's camera. I don't know if Ryan's going to be here. It might just be an empty chair, but I want to make sure the whole platform works of everyone connecting. And so even if Ryan's just connecting by voice, I want him, his camera in there so that we can kind of see how it all works, laying things out. So but yeah, so I got that going, and got like 5 minutes or whatever until time to start. So I'm probably gonna need to. I'm actually gonna have to hop on Discord, share my screen, show them around it a little bit, and then invite them in. I think that's what I'm gonna have to do, just so I can explain whatever. And so it's been 5 or 6 hours. Hung out with the guys. The Vorpal board works okay. It will function, and I think it will be less annoying than recording the games through Discord has been. Plus, it adds fun dice. So, that's always neat. But, whatever. We figured out what we're going to do for the campaign, and everyone but Ryan hopped off. Him and David are the only ones still working on anything with their characters. He got too many cybernetic upgrade options that it's just taken him forever to choose them because there's a lot. And he was like, he didn't think about, I want these cybernetics, let's get enough points for him. You basically just decided, how many cybernetics can I get?
Yes, because I aspire to be part of the blessed machine, so I want as many as I can fit into.
But yeah, so we've been doing that, but I'm actually probably gonna hop off here soon. I need to figure out a food. And I heated up a bit of buffalo dip, because probably a couple more hours until Beth gets here. And my stomach is already grumbling, so I'm like, I gotta do something. So we'll probably go get a bite to eat when she does arrive, but let's tide me over. I might try and do some work on Monday's game prep. Never ends. And I want to start another couple of campaigns. Aren't I crazy? And I talked to Beth for a bit. She got stuck, like, just sitting still on the highway for, like, close to an hour, causing great delays in her return home. She'll be home right around 8. Whatever. There was some sort of major accident in the middle of a construction zone that she got stuck behind. And I was just like, well, I'm glad you're safe, and I look forward to seeing you when you get here. But it was like near an hour of her just sitting there. Like, she was talking about people getting out on the highway and just hanging out outside of their cars with the cars turned off because but she's nearly home now. And I'm glad I did eat, but she's probably gonna come home hungry, so that's a bit hungry again. I didn't eat a ton. But I did do some D&D prep. Most of it thinking stuff and finding some minis. But basically I need a number of encounters for next session because the players are going to have choices. So I came up with one that I will build out a Dwarven Forge thing, probably tomorrow. And then 4 that I just have flip mats available for. And they might do 3 of these 5. Not necessarily all next session. But like they'll have options for doing at least a few of them. But they're basically, you know, getting an adventure quest board and able to pick and choose from that. So I'll have to figure out like the little the hooks for the quest and such. But whatever. I came up with at least some things that should be not too unreasonably difficult, but also hopefully not too boringly easy. Yeah. So got some basic prep, and Beth should be here in another 15 minutes. She's getting close enough. She has to pay attention to her GPS, so I let her go, and I'm gonna just sit around and wait. And Beth got home.
Finally.
Very sore from the extra time stuck in the car.
Yeah.
And very hungry because she'd been thinking she'd be home at least like an hour earlier, and so she had not prepped things.
No.
She'd eaten a little bit, much earlier in her time with friends.
Well, yeah.
Whereas I didn't eat until the end of my time with friends.
Yeah. And like more than I probably would have on a normal basis, so it wouldn't have been that big of a deal getting home at 7, but it did throw things off.
Anyway, so he's gonna go get Chili's. So Beth got her crispas, as is tradition. I's got fancy meal. I went with fajitas, which does not appear to any longer contain. It no longer has the guacamole, but it does randomly have like a roasted pepper over there, so that's weird. But whatever's.
Fun.
Thanks for dinner.
You're welcome.
I'm sorry they're so expensive.
You was okay. It's like anywhere else isn't its normal price, so.
Yeah, but it's like I spent twice as much as I normally do here.
Who cares?
That's how it is.
Not me.
It was a good meal though. It was good fajitas. Even without the guacamole, I did not bother eating the giant pepper because it was just like cooked on the plate with all the stuff and kind of
Squishy looking.
Squishy and mushy. Yeah. But otherwise, it's pretty good, and I had perfect amount of toppings and tortilla ratio.
We love that.
Yeah. And we's home.
Finally.
Oh, I was gonna say like play board games or something, but apparently someone's too tired.
No, my feet hurt. I sleepies.
You sleepies? Okay, maybe it's tomorrow?
We find him tomorrow, yeah.
Okay. Love you.
I love you, Joe.
So we's gonna call it a night, I guess.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us. Join us as our journey continues.
Bye-bye.
Bye.